Hi folks, right, back from holiday in southwest Cornwall, to be more precise, a mile from Land's End, or Land's End mile by road, Sennen Cove, mile down the road, down a steep hill. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Oh, sorry, turn the radio off. Sennen is just round the corner from Land's End, so it's as good as Land's End. About as far as you can go in the UK southwest to the Atlantic. Next stop, USA. Wonderful beaches, wonderful landscape. So, Cornwall, as many of you know, has spawned generations of artists from that wonderful light, the purity of the light coming in off the Atlantic, 3 miles of ocean, 3,000 miles of ocean. The New Lynn School of Painters, Mousel, just round the corner along the coast a bit. St Ives, we're at the St Ives sort of cooperative gallery, the Society of Artists, and a lot of their work is, well, all of their work is semi-abstract or abstract. Some of it is lovely, you can't like everything, but I did like the abstract impressionist landscape or seascapes, marine subjects. I saw some wonderful paintings in galleries in St Ives, and one that sadly is going to shut down. It's the gallery on the by the little harbour at Mousel. Great pub there, pub club. Some lovely paintings there, and the lady who owns the gallery wants to turn the place back to a house, because she wasn't making enough out of the paintings to be viable, to be quite honest. There's so much art down there. But we've had a wonderful week. I don't do any painting or drawing on there because I'm with my wife and friends, so it would be quite antisocial for me to do that. So the wonderful gallery, sort of like a roundhouse, very old, in Sennen Cove, which was nearby. That was our nearest cove. Fabulous beach, great rocks, lovely coast, got a lifeboat station there. But this terrific gallery, and one painting sold there for £2,000 the day before. So I sort of I surreptitiously photograph these things and try to do my own thing from it, because all the great art is imagined, I would suggest. It's our imagination rather than what is there, because what is there we enhance with our what artistic ability we have, what imagination we have. So what I want to paint is a dark sky with light clouds going down to very dark along across the horizon, and some sea and some surf, and maybe I'll put a rock or two in. But I want just to work on this sky first, but I'm going to have to excuse me. I just thought this. I'll get my straight edge and I'll mark a horizon in, because it's nothing worse than going downhill in more ways than one. But we've had a great week. We've eaten out in various pubs every day, apart not at the evening. We had a lovely house that we hired. So let's just put that there and get that. I think that'll probably be about it. I'll do a bit heavier than that, I think. Alright, let's get that dead parallel. Okay, we can put a few rocks, because it's very rocky, the Cornish coast. Got these lovely beaches and these granite cliffs, and little sandstone as well. So we'll have some crashing rocks on there, I think. Okay, palette at the moment. I've just dug out this old tube of unopened titanium white for Taylor Rowney, Georgian. It's a little bit dry. some vermilion, some ultramarine, burnt umber, viridian to mix with the blues from the sea, some cadmium yellow, pale, to make some highlights in the sky and breaking through the middle. Right, okay, so got some, I'm using this boiled linseed oil. I know I shouldn't, and I shouldn't encourage you to, but a bottle of pure linseed oil, refined linseed oil, for painting would be about 10 times that price, £4.50. But I'm mixing it with a bit of alkyd resin, this artisan Winsor & Newton, fast drying medium. It's not that fast, but if I just pour some of that in with my linseed, even this is expensive, about £6 a little, tiny little bottle. Right, okay, so let's just mix that in a little bit, and we'll take up some ultramarine, bit of burnt umber. Plenty of oil. I've just roughly gessoed a bit of 2mm MDF for this. Just line that a bit. Just let this go off a little bit. Right across the top here. It's all a dark blue ultramarine. I don't think I'm going to lift out with tissue on this one. Now I gessoed this with a bit of gesso and some PVA glue, and I dried it with a hairdryer, so that'll do for that. Now I'm going to use this burnt umber on the horizon here, but blue, dark. Mixing the blue with the ultramarine, get this dark. I'm going to go over this with more dark. So a bit of red and a bit of umber. Some vermilion. Don't use enough vermilion. Because I'm going to put in some lighter clouds, you need dark to counter change. Got some more blue in there. So we visited all the lovely spots, the touristy bits. Land's End, well, it used to be lovely, but it's got buildings on it and it's a commercial enterprise now, and you have to pay £6 to just get in the car park, and then they try to take money off you for if you're a family, young family, with all the things that tempt children. So what should be a nice, enjoyable trek around the coast, or the coastal bit of Land's End, you can go. It's free to if you walk there or cycle there. But it's just a trap, for a tourist trap, and there's blatant commercialisation of what should be available to everybody without rubbish. But that's just our view. Right. We're going to start softening some of this. I've changed the brush. But we know that Cornwall is not one of our richer counties. It has a lot of farming, of course, but not a lot of industry. Small enterprises, but most of the money going into that area is tourism. But that only affects the people with something to sell. A lot of people don't really share in it. Alright, let's see if I can soften some of that white. A bit of burnt umber. Bit of ochre. I will blend some of this, I think. Bit of white. Bit of the ochre. So this is the first painting back. I think this paint is past it, it's a bit. No, it's just not dissolving in the half right. Alright, let's just get a bit of tissue, clean the brush, scrape that bit of titanium white off. Okay, let's get my palette knife and scrape it off. Getcha. I thought it would be better than that, but the paint it goes hard in the tube eventually. Right, so that's that. I've still got most of a big tube of this Winsor & Newton Winton kind of house. Get some of that in there. Problem is, because if you buy large tubes, 200ml tubes of the student quality, you tend to use more than you should because you have a lot of it, but sooner or later you don't have enough of it, you've used it all up. Alright, a bit of red in that. Let's just blend all this. I haven't got any orange. Right, just give me a brush. I'll just soften that a bit. I'm just using these inch varnish brushes, they're very, very good. I'll take a leaf out of Stuart Davis's book and use a bit of blending. Use a soft brush. I meant to look for a soft brush. See if I've got some household brushes that might fit the bill. Yeah, this one. I hope they're cheap Hamilton type of brush. Yeah, that'll do for a bit of blending. Oh, cheap household brush. You don't always need artist quality stuff. Most of my stuff isn't artist quality. So there's a bit of red and or vermilion in here just to get a bit of right, let's do a bit of sea now. Now I want to put a bit of sparkle. I'm going to have to make this quite a bit lighter in the middle, but I'm not quite ready for that yet. I can only allow an hour for this, but otherwise I'll have to knit everything together. Oh, my Windows Movie Maker. Now I've got this viridian to mix with the ultramarine and a bit of white to give some sea colour. Just clean the brush. I'll clean both my brushes. I did make a video of our holiday. I'm not a video maker. I move around too much, but then I walk around with the camera filming, but because it lags with the camcorder. But I put about 9 shorts together into one video, which is there for you to see. Got to do a lot of blending up here, but we'll get the basics in. Right, let's get some viridian, some blue, some white. There's a bit of red in for that. Nice and soft. Mixing a bit of burnt umber with the mix. Put my rocks in a minute, just get this covered. The boards are 20.5 inches by 16, so I have a frame. Paint to what frames you've got. Don't do a picture and then go and make a frame the size of it. Better to save up your frames, buy them wherever you can see them, cheap. And that needs to be quite dark in there. Oh, just that'll go off a slightly tacky soon with that resin. Right, okay, a few rocks. I reckon we could use a knife, but I won't. I use a bit of yellow ochre, bit of umber, and a bit of ultra. Don't overdo this. I just want to put just a little bit of interest in. All right, okay. Put in some surf. Probably might be easier to do this with a knife. Well, just get some dark under that. Right, well I should have guessed that a bit. Right, I'm going to do my little bit of soften some of that there. Do a bit of modelling on that later. Let's see what we can do with this brush. To darken the tops. Saw some wonderful skies in Cornwall. And the best skies were early morning when the sun, well early morning, I've drink my tea. When the sun was rising, so you had a like orangey, reddy horizon with clouds highlighted with the light coming through. It was just gorgeous. Oh, lemon. Need to clean off the hairs. I'll wash all these in dishwasher liquid. Keeps them nice and soft. I wonder if Turner did this with a soft brush. Got to do some more work on here. Probably overdone that. I'll just change that. Now, where's my flat brush? My little nylon brush. Use that one. Oh, this there. Right, I'm going to just go over that the blue then, darken it, and then we'll blend it and bit of oil, the blue. I would have been watching rugby this morning, but this typhoon hitting Japan has skybushed that. Oh, don't want that. I'm missing a bit of umber. My brush has fallen apart. Right, I'm going to order some more then. Let's go and just start using a new one. They don't last forever, do they? I mean, I've had that for a couple of years. Bit of burnt umber with the blue. Right, there we go. Well, that's not bad for a household brush. Clean the brush. See if I can do something with this here. Just put some white chips. Right, let's use a knife. Bit of sienna, no, raw sienna, a bit of dark. slightly off white. This is just a don't want that too bitter yet. Oh, that's a bit better. Right, let's soften that a little bit. How are we doing on time? We've gone 39 minutes. 40 minutes, so we've got plenty of time. 10 minutes. Right, now I want to do just a little tricky bit now. I can't seem to get the lightest orange possible here with just the cad yellow and the vermilion. I'll soften that, and I just want to get a bit of right, I'm going to leave that. So it's a little bit of blending. is probably just a touch more red. Clean the brush. Right. Right, I'm still not happy with my water. I'll just put in some burnt umber and the blue. Just a bit of umber and sienna. Touch of red in, I think. Mixing just burnt sienna. I can't show you the mixing because I'm on my table here. And I wouldn't have enough room on this table to show the painting and the mixing. Well, I'm going to put that in the mount, or in the frame, so bear with me and we'll see what it looks like, because that's the best way to judge a painting, is to see. Right, do I have some cloth? So if I don't put it on a cloth, it tends to scratch the white paint off of the shiny varnish brown frame underneath. It's a white frame. Okay, let's get that there and put the make sure that's nice and flat there. don't want these cloth, like flannels. I don't want them sticking up. Go away. Oh, I'm busy. Right, okay. Perfect fit. Some tacks. And provided the MDF, the 2mm MDF doesn't get damp, it's a very, very good surface to paint on. It's light, it's tough, and it's durable as far as I can see. I used to use the 5mm stuff, but it's so heavy on the walls and bulky. This isn't bulky. But be careful how you store them. You shouldn't really store them one on top of the other, in case the oil sticks. Okay, whatever. Good one. Masterpiece inspired by my week in Cornwall. There we are, that doesn't look too bad. I hope you like that one. I can't get that quite luminous in the middle. Maybe I should wait for it to dry, but anyway, that's the painting for my return. Let's just talk to this camera. Okay, there we are. Yeah, it's okay. The sky was the easy bit. All this stuff is trying to make it convincing is a bit of a challenge. Right, there's my palette. Viridian, burnt umber, ultramarine, vermilion, lemon yellow or cadmium yellow pale, and raw sienna. I'll put a bit of cling film over that because I'm not going to do any more today. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.